Hello?
Hi, guys. Welcome back. It's been a while. I've been busy. Okay, I've been busy. I'm a girl living in South Florida. I'm busy. I did have some people lined up, but then, life got into the way. We're going to reschedule. One went into the NFL, and then another one is Chief of Staff, Lee Davis. She also got super busy. So we're just going to pivot. And I thought we would do a little check in because last time I checked in, I was talking about how I was feeling, what I was going through, and I figured I'd give you some updates. I wrote a list on my phone because I love talking and doing these videos because I think it's like really cool that you can hear a little bit of me. I can interview some people. I get the best of both worlds. I love doing this podcast. This is something I love to do. I'm making time for it, even though there's other things I need to do in my life. I love doing this and I love building my own personal brand. So make sure you follow me on social media to keep up when we drop new episodes. And I'm super excited to hit some local. I've reached out locally to get some people on my podcast. So I'm hoping that hits. What's going on? Okay, so last time I talked to you guys, I was saying I was a little upset about where I was in my career, and I'm not anymore. I recently started a new job, so I left FTL in January for legal, personal, a lot of reasons behind that, which there's still an ongoing investigation. Can't talk about it. One day I will talk about it because I found out the investigation's still going on, so I can't talk about it. But I left in January and then I took a temporary job somewhere and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good for me, wasn't good for my mental health, was not a match. I was really hoping it would be and it just wasn't a match. I will say that when you work for a small business, you go through it. And especially when there's no HR. So when it comes to like working for a very small business, everything's a little personable, everything's a little more, what's the word, lenient on how you can talk to each other. And it just wasn't for me. I had a lot of, I have expectations in a workplace because I came from really good workplaces and I thought that would be transpired everywhere else. Everyone has a different way of running their own business or running their business and how they want to treat people. And that was just something I didn't want to be a part of anymore. So I was looking for a new opportunity. I knew this job was kind of going to be a placeholder if I didn't love it. And then I ended up finding a job off Instagram, which is crazy, which I know, and which I'm going to talk about how I found it out. So I found this job through Instagram because one of the bars down here posted in Fort Lauderdale they were looking for a social media manager. And I was like, I don't know. I bet you a lot of people are going to apply for this job. I don't know if that's going to work for me. I don't know. Like, I don't see myself getting it. I wanted to. I could see myself totally getting into like the hospitality world. I just wasn't sure if I was going to get it. Just because when you post on like a bar platform that has like 25.3K followers, you're like, okay, all these people who want to work for this bar are, you never know. So I took my shot and I emailed the company and they were like, yeah, we're looking for someone. Would you ever send your portfolio over? And I sent my portfolio over and I was doing a waiting game at my old job, and my two coworkers, one of my other coworkers left the other place too. One is still there, and I'm really happy. You may not love the job you have, but the people really do make a difference in the job. And where I felt at the last place, the job wasn't hard. I liked the job. Some of the people were just not for me. It became too much the way emailing was, but whatever. I decided to move on and I was looking for new jobs. I was looking for new opportunities. And when I found this job, I and emailed and everything, I was super excited because I was like, wow, they own a lot of bars in Fort Lauderdale. Like, this could be something really cool events I get to go to. And especially working in sports, like, I was always busy. So I applied, got around, and then, I was interviewing at other places and I got the job and I took it. As soon as she called me, I took it. And I'm really excited. I had my first week last week. It was great. So I work for hospitality nightlife management firm or company, and I do all the social media for our bars. Oh my God, for our bars in Fort Lauderdale and two restaurants. Well, technically, four restaurants, and then oh no, Harold's, Harlow Grove, Enchiladas. Yeah, three restaurants and Winter Garden. And so Winter Garden's near Orlando. And so I do everything from posting on the stories and feed. This job is very different to what I'm used to because it requires a different schedule. So I am working Wednesday through Sunday. Saturdays and Sundays are remote from 10 to 6. And then if I go to an event, I would kind of have the whole day to do that. And then when I work events 10 to 6 on Saturdays and Sundays, then I have Monday and Tuesday off, which is kind of cool, different. God, I am so tired. What the hell? Um, which is different. Like that's it. It's a different schedule. I will say, like, what's great is my manager's super awesome. She's really getting to like slow down and work with me, which is great. And what's cool about the job is that when I am remote and not needed, I don't have to be here. I could like if I want to go home or something, I just have to communicate that and that I could still work. So, in Disney, I'll be working on the weekends while I'm in Disney and I could just work at the hotel, which is really cool. And a lot of my job is like making content, creating content, going to bars, seeing pictures and creating things, and then like posting. So, I'm getting the hang of it. It's definitely different. 13 accounts is a lot. It's a lot. I'm getting used to it though. And I can schedule all my stuff out, but stories and stuff I have to do the day of. And it's really cool because oh my God, I am yawning like a hoe. So, what's really cool is that I'm going to a Cheat Codes concert at the Shorely on Saturday, which is where I'll be working. And then I'll be going to two brunches. One at one of our restaurants here in Fort Lauderdale and another one. So I'm super cool. I get to create content and do that. And yeah, like it's definitely gonna be a different schedule. And when people come and visit, I'm just gonna have to work and I can go work at a coffee shop or a lunch place. So if my friends want to go to the beach or pool, they can go and I can meet up with them after. So it's really cool. It's a very lenient thing on the weekends, but I'm working, I'm making content, I'm setting myself up for the week. So those 2 days are crucial. So like making sure my content calendars are up today, making sure my content's up, and so forth, and making sure my week is set up. So, all my scheduled posts are up to Tuesday, and then Saturday and Sunday are focused on making that content that happened and then weaving it into the week. And then Wednesday, Thursday are, making content. So it's kind of like a cycle. Like I'm kind of like constantly on a cycle. I'm super excited. I definitely could see myself here for a year or two, but I've only been here for a week, so time will tell, but I do really like it. Like it's definitely I could see myself pushing myself. The office is not far away from home, so I'm 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then that obviously changes as timing because if I'm at an event, like I'm going in 10 to 6 this week because I'm going to all the venues after 4 to like meet people and talk to people and they can see my face and be like, "Oh, Bella's here to take content, blah blah blah." So, which is super cool. So, I'm gonna do that, and then it's fun. Like I get to like really like go out of my comfort zone, make content, shoot content, and yeah. So that's been what's really going on. I mean, I kind of have stepped out of the sports world and focus on other things I like and love because unfortunately, sports does not pay well. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. Um, what I make is what higher ups make at sports teams. So it's kind of crazy to think that if I stayed at a team, I probably would have never saw that money until I was like 28. So, this economy's rough out here. Everything's so expensive. And so I'm dipping out of the sports for a little bit, maybe forever. You never know. I'm young, I'm testing things out, and I really like what I'm doing so far. And I had a really good first week. Like, I walked away from that job being like, wow, like the people are awesome. The job was great. It was really good. I'm smiling because I've been burned, and I feel like after the week I can tell when things are not successful just because of my past. Oh my god, if I keep yawning, guys, I'm so sorry because I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm super tired. I did dog sit this weekend and they woke me up at like 5:30 every single day. And then I went out till like 1:30 in the morning and then 4 hours they woke. I guess I could be tired from that. Um LinkedIn strategy. So I wanted to touch base on this. I don't know really what happened. Um but my camera was been acting weird, so I had to pause and refix it. So, okay, LinkedIn strategy. I feel like I hit the nail on this. I have hit the nail on this, and I want to give my advice to future grads because I feel like no one helped me out other than myself. So I want to talk about this because I think this could help you. And if you're listening and not even a post grad person, just need some advice on how to get a new job, I think my approach is the best thing. I am a LinkedIn strategist, I like to say. I know I like to toot my own horn about it. Like I just know what I'm doing. So, my advice was when I was a senior, if you're a rising senior too, you can take this as well. When I was a rising senior, I want my boyfriend my boyfriend, he's still my boyfriend. My boyfriend, like at the time, was living in Atlanta, and I knew we wanted to live together. That was the next steps. So I was like, you know what? I want to work in Atlanta. I want to work in TV or radio. I want to work in sports. I had all these things I liked, and I needed to narrow it down to what I wanted to do. So I took that city, went through every sports team, every production company, every radio company, and I broke down who works there. So you're like, wow, Bella, how did you start? Well, first I bought the LinkedIn Premium. Why? Because the free version only shows you a certain amount of jobs, and then the paid one shows you everything: who works there, whose boss's boss, how long that person's been there, and you won't get to that profile because LinkedIn only allows only the free one only allows so many profile views or profiles, whatever. And you can see once you click on someone, you can see, oh my god, that hiring manager clicked on my profile. He could have just clicked on it because you clicked on his, or that hiring manager went through your LinkedIn. You catch people's eye. LinkedIn has become the source of communication. So I bought LinkedIn Premium and I went through everyone who worked there, the jobs available, the production company, the photographers there, the videographers there, the on-air talent, and I annoyed the shit out of everyone. I could tell you not. I would spend nights doing this. Connect. To me, I don't think whatever time you send a connection matters. I'm sorry. I don't think that. Some people can be a little more professional about it if they want to be like, oh, I don't think you should send a connection at 1:30 in the morning, or oh, this. It's a source of social media, okay? You can get a following at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever. So I went through and I broke it down. And I would always copy and paste my message because a girl doesn't have time to make a new message for everyone. I would send pretty much 70 messages a day if they accept my request. Obviously, you only get a certain amount of in mail, so I would kind of statistically think of people I should send my in mail to than just sending it to Joe Smo, who was a secretary of Jane Doe, whatever. So I broke it down. I would annoy anyone. That is how I got my jobs. I have had more jobs post grad than anyone probably that you will ever know. I just unfortunately have had some bad eggs, but it's okay. I got my job at 680 because I connected with someone who was part time that gave me the contact of someone, and I said, "Can I come in? Can I do a walkthrough? Can I shadow you?" I offered that, and you know what he said to me? "Yeah, can you drive down here and meet me?" And then that led to me driving to Atlanta, 5 hours away from college, and shadowing all these people. And then when I sat down with Alex Edgar, he said to me, "There's a job actually that was posted yesterday, but it closed." Then he went next door to Scott, who used to be my old boss, and was like, "Oh, can we let her apply? Like, can we just let her sneak in?" He's like, "Sure, why not?" And guess what? I got the damn job because of that connection. If I did not offer to drive there in that day, did not offer to send my resume, did not offer to have a call with this guy, I probably would have never saw Atlanta. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. And my biggest advice is to risk it. Take the risk. If you want to go home and figure things out, that's okay too. But if you are going to leave your small town and make it out there, you gotta just market yourself, because this market isn't good. The job market sucks. It sucks. And the pay is way worse than when I've looked at it, when I started looking. You gotta market it yourself, because in order for you to be successful, you need your own personal brand. Doesn't matter if you're in finance, doesn't matter if you're in marketing, doesn't matter if you're gonna go start a business, doesn't matter if you worked in, I don't know, Bitcoin business. It doesn't matter. You still got to market yourself. You got to still bring things to the table. Just like in social media, you got to have a portfolio ready to go. Your resume is not going to be the thing that saves you. It's going to be the way you market yourself saves you. And I've learned that. Getting in front of people, yes, not every connection is going to lead you to a door to be open, but it gets you one step closer in life for that person to possibly you need in the back of your pocket. Hey, you remember when we talked about this? Well, guess what? I'm working for this company now and I'm doing this, and I would love to talk some numbers with you. I would love to talk to you about it. And hey, it's worked. It's worked 100%. You know, like, I connect with people in here and they're like, oh, look, I got a job, this, or that. Like, do you want to apply? And I'm like, sure. I've had people I would just get on the call with for 15 minutes, call them, be like, hey, what's up? Like, talk about their career. And that 15 minutes turns into an hour. And you know what? It becomes so personable that they send me jobs. And I'm like, wow. Or when they get laid off, or something happens to them and you reach out and you try to help, that's a one-way streak. Like in relationships, friendships, everything. Everything is both ways. And that's how you have to maintain your connections. You cannot go after someone and beg them to hire you or beg them to do this if you're not willing to give it back. I say happy birthday to my connections. I text my connections. I wish them on their accomplishments. I comment on them. It takes a lot of work, let me tell you. But I've built up a connection base to know that when I leave my jobs or when I'm ready, I got people who will vouch for me. I got people who will look out for me. And you know what? And it happens. Like Una, this girl that was on Barstool Vegas, it came out that, she DM'd everyone in the company and they were making one big joke about it, and that's how she got a job. You know what? Praise her. Praise her, because sometimes it takes that. DMing, going the extra mile. I don't care if I'm drinking and I'm at a bar. For example, I met like a guy that does real estate marketing, and at the time I was looking for a job, and we were at the bar for 20 minutes with him, and we're talking. And he's like, you know what? Take my business card. And you know what? Then that conversation led to another conversation with someone else, and then it was like a ping pong, ding, 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 ding. That's what it is. You gotta figure out what you're passionate about, what you want to do, what will make you happy, and then narrow it down on who you should connect and talk to. I was thinking about going into construction. I connected with someone, and that got me a job interview. It's funny to say that. A guy at the gym that I work out with got me an interview at his company. And I ended up liking the girl so much. I didn't get the job. I ended up going far. They just weren't able to pay me what I wanted. I got a job interview just from a guy at the gym. You never know who you're going to meet in this lifetime that will make you successful. And I think that's super important, to treat people with kindness and to never judge. Because, hey, that guy could have been dirt poor and made his way up. And you know what? All my connections that helped me never judged me for wanting to leave any of my jobs. Never judged me. Asked me, but never judged me. They believed in me. And I got this job through Instagram. And then I wrote my referrals, and they called my referrals. And they were like, Bella was great to work with. And I know this because she told me. They said people raved about you and your personality. Your personality is going to sell you, nothing else. And if it's my advice, use LinkedIn as a platform to succeed. Don't depend on it that you're going to find a job on there because you haven't, because, Indeed is another one people find jobs on, or ZipRecruiter. Sign up for all of them. But use those jobs to find the people on the LinkedIn and reach out. That is the only way you're going to get a job in this market. It's through connections. It doesn't matter your skill at this point, unfortunately. If you are blessed to have a dad that is high up at a CEO, CMO, COO, whatever, mom too, and you got a job, good for you. You got it handed to you, okay? You got that handed to you on a silver platter. Now, do I say everyone has that? But majority of the people who get handed a job to them tend to never, succeed as well. Now, I'm not saying everyone's like that. But when you work harder for a job, you feel better about yourself and you feel more confident in yourself about the job that it handed to you. Because let me tell you, you will create enemies in the workforce. Not even just a job handed to you. You're going to have people who don't like you, and a lot of people will respect you for working hard. So work hard, and that's my advice when it comes to LinkedIn, because that is my strategy. And when it comes to post-grad, never say no. Don't limit yourself. If someone comes in and is like, we need you to move to Oklahoma, what are you going to do? Not move to Oklahoma? Take the job. Take the job. It's worth it. Don't say no. You're too young to say no right now. I moved to Florida. I took the job. I moved to Florida. I took the job because I believed in at that time that would be the best thing for my career. And you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall for the traps. You're going to know who's a bad employer and who's not. You're going to know a bad business owner. You're going to know a good business owner. And that's the whole part about it. And I'm learning too. I'm not like this preacher who's like knows everything, but I got a brain. And you'll learn that. And post grad, let me tell you, if you go back on my episodes, you can hear about my post grad journey. It's hard. Being an adult is hard. In this economy and growing up, you got a lot of opinions from your parents, got a lot of opinions from your friends, got a lot of opinions from your partner, and you just gotta take those opinions sometimes and just sit and be like, what makes me happy? Because a lot of outside noise gets to start to be buzzing, and I'm someone who cries when that happens. Like when I get overwhelmed and a lot of people are putting their input into things, I get overwhelmed and I'm like this. I just shut down, and that's okay. And let me tell you, post grad, take advice. Not everyone is going to know the answer to your prayers. Not everyone's going to understand you. You know yourself, you know your body, you know your mind. Take it. And if it's not worth it, it's not worth it. With the new job, my future is on the horizon here. We're looking to stay in South Florida forever, legit forever. House hunting has been in the talks. We've been eyeing different places, and let me tell you, house hunting sucks. It sucks. It sucks because, it makes you realize how poor you are. How actually poor I am. My boyfriend, me and my boyfriend both work. Obviously, we have our own monies and things like that, and everyone has a different financial situation from families or whatever. And so, we're all like talking about houses, and, me and him were talking about houses. And let me tell you, it's so hard. Because you find a house you love and you're like, oh my God, why is it $800,000? Oh, you like that one? That's going to be $760. $760 actually for a starter home that was built in 1950 before I was even fucking born. Yeah, that one. That one is great. $760 actually is a 2018 roof. Oh, I don't even know what that means. Oh, 2018, is that new? Because last time I checked, we were in 2026. It's funny because it's like I feel like I'm still 18. The fact I'm talking about houses, and when I started this podcast, I was literally on a frat couch interviewing two frat guys. Yeah, I'm grown now. I'm turning 25. Now, there's no rush to get a house, but we're looking because, we don't want to wait too long. I would love a townhome, but we have a dog. Am I going to find a townhome with a yard? Ha, ha, no. I'm not going to find that. Maybe a small patch of grass. Lucky. If you're lucky. If you're lucky. Yeah, house hunting sucks. You know, I don't even know what I'm doing. Brian, my boyfriend will say something and be like, "Oh, like this one's right next to a golf course." Okay, what does that mean? He's like, "Oh, I can go golfing." I'm like, that priority out the door. Okay, next, like it's just funny. I feel like I'm like like me and Ryan met when I was 19, graduated high school. Wow, and he was 20. So we've been together for 6.5 years almost. And let me tell you, I just still feel like we're kids, like trying to figure it out. Like literally trying to figure it out. And we have a Disney trip coming up. I'm super psyched. I am doing Cute Disney this year. Make sure you follow my Instagram because it's gonna eat. Like it's gonna slay. I'm like really vibing with Addicted now that I'm skinny. Uh, I feel like I couldn't fit in clothes like that because I was like fat and ugly. And now that I'm in my like body, I have one more month of trying to get as low as I am and like as low as that my body will let me like weight wise, and then I'm gonna start microdosing, which is 2 shots a month. I think honestly Ozempic's the best thing if you really want to get on it. It really has helped me mentally, physically, emotionally, and I'm very lucky to be able to do what I do. I go to a doctor, I don't do it online. I know I've talked about this, but I met with her today and she was like the weight doesn't come back if you just do everything right. So my line is always open if anyone wants to talk. And what I'm gonna do is microdose and still work out 4 days a week and things like that, and the weight shouldn't come off. But I love it. I love, love, love it. But now that I'm skinny, I can actually love the what how I look and taking pictures, which then resulted in me getting a digital camera. Yeah, you hear that? Yeah. ASMR. Love her. I got a pink case with her. And then I got a pearl like wristlet. No, I got the Canon PowerShot for those listening. Canon PowerShot. Hold on. Canon PowerShot H360. Hold on. Can I reopen it? Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I got the Canon PowerShot 360H something. Love her. Love her. I played around with the settings, took fire photos with my friends this weekend. It's really small and adaptable, so it like fits in my purse. And I love it on wristlet because I love that I can just like hang it from my wrist, and I have a cover on it so it protects the lens. Because the problem is that I take care of my things, but I'm not notorious for always taking care of everything. But I do try to take care of it. So that's why I thought a case would be perfection. I didn't get the Canon G7X because it's so effing expensive. It's going for $1,300. And this camera that's being recorded is the same amount. So I didn't really feel as though I wanted to pay for something because this is my podcast stuff. And then that's like for fun and games and going out. So I'm really excited for my Disney. I got a Disney bag charm. I have an Amazon list of things I'm gonna get. My boyfriend's gonna buy me the New Balance, like 560s, which I'm super excited for. I'm excited for my Instagram haul. You guys are going to love my fits. They're so fire. It's like Disney adult, but like chic, cute. I mean, not chic, like cool, trendy, like vibey, like a cute little purse. It's from Kate Spade, has Belle on it, and I'm gonna have like a little Mickey hand sanitizer, my digital in there, cutie little ears. No like Disney graphic tees this year. We're going for cute, simple, adorable, could wear these outfits again because I didn't want to like keep buying. Like I bought like a graphic tee last year and it was like $60 and it was super cute and I wear it all like out to the beach and in public, but like it's has a giant Mickey on it. I just kind of am like, So I wanted like cute Disney, so I got like cute pictures for the parks, and then I got cutie little ears. The only ears that I'm going to buy this year are these ones off Amazon because this girl posted these ears that she got off Amazon, and they're so cute. Obviously, you can't see it if you're listening, but if you're watching, I'm just gonna give you a quick little show and tell. I also really want to get the flip flops, like heels for Disney as well. And cute little ruffle socks. Those are in again, guys. Very in. Yeah, so These are the ears. They're super cute. They're black with white and black polka dots. I want to get them because they're a little more simpler and lighter than Disney ears. For me, I love my Disney ear collection. I love my Disney ears. My house, like, is gonna be like I already told Ryan, like, it's gonna be Disney, but like simple, elegant, hidden Mickeys. Like, I am a Disney adult. I'm not afraid of it, okay? But I'm not the Disney adult that wears matching t-shirts with their family on vacation. I wear cute stuff. I love going to cutie little dinners at Disney. I love the Disney bars. I'll get that fancy drink. I'll get that fancy um Disney cup. And yeah, I'm getting my annual pass and changing my license to Florida. Yep, that's official. Tiny claps all around. Yeah, and I'm gonna get my Disney annual pass, so I'm gonna get discounts. Ryan has made the family Disney trip this year, so he's a little scared because it's really hot in Disney in the summer, so he's a little panicking. But I think it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm laughing because he's so scared. But yeah, like Disney's on the horizon. Anything else? I mean, I got the wedding next year, bachelorette trip in Labor Day weekend, but I have to like weave that into work, so I'll be like showing in and out. But yeah, I'm really happy right now. I figured I'd do a nice little check in for you guys. I've been busy. I've been exploring West Palm. Like my favorite bars are like Mary Lou, 123. Um, I'm trying to think of the other one. There's a new bar that Diplo opened that I'm really excited for. I want to start doing YouTube vlogs again, but honestly, they're just a lot. Like they're really a lot. Like recording all of it and editing it and doing all that. And I honestly rather do my podcast episodes on my YouTube and you get to talk, but maybe I'll do some vlogs. I'm thinking about doing a Disney vlog, but I don't want to bring two cameras into the park. It's so much work. So much work. So honestly, I think I may do like um maybe just like a phone vlog. I don't know. Comment if you guys want a Disney vlog. Comment. I need to hear it. If you want a Disney vlog, I'll give you a damn Disney vlog. But if you don't, then I don't want to like lug the camera and record everything. You know what I mean? But if you want a Disney vlog, I will give it to you. The audience may get what they want. Yeah, everyone's great. Everything's good. Wanted to check in, kind of make it looks like we're at like 30 minutes because I'm looking at my little tape recorder right here. We're at 30 minutes. I feel like this has been a long awaiting podcast episode, but life's great. I'm super excited. Hopefully I'm able to get some guests on so we can have some more podcast episodes. I know Ryan wants to come on here. I may have some friends come join the bed. I know some of my Florida friends want to get on the podcast. It would be really cool to introduce to them and what they do for work because a lot of my friends have really cool jobs. And yeah, but thanks for tuning in. It's always great to have you guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye.